Hey everyone, so we are back a week later, and this is now my second video referring to menstrual cups and or specifically Organicups. So today I'm going to break down my second week of fully using it with my period, and I have 4 things to share with you today. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are looking for more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. And with that all being said, here are your 4 things. So number one, I still have yet to have issues with leaking. There was one instance where it felt a little weird, and I think that that's just because I was sitting weirdly and I didn't put it in correctly. And for that reason, I went to the bathroom and I realized I needed to take it out and readjust it. However, because of the fact that you're going to be going to the bathroom throughout the day, whenever you wipe, you will realize that there is hopefully no blood there, and then you'll be reassured that it's not leaking. In order to avoid leaking, something that I found that worked best for me is that when I put it in, I don't put the cup in all the way. Or the cup itself is mostly in, but the tab at the very bottom is out just a little bit. And what that does is that eventually it works itself up to where it needs to go in my vagina, and that allows for it to be as suctiony and like as placed as correctly as possible. So that's just a little tip and trick, and after you do that, I would recommend like walking around, doing some figure eights with your hips, a little, around the world, whatever, and just making sure you're walking around for a bit before you sit down so that it has time to get all situated in there. Number two, I have successfully gotten the Organicup into me on the first time every time this whole period cycle this past week. So obviously that's a really good success rate, 100%. The first time that the first time that I put it in for the first time of my period this week, it took me 3 minutes to get it in. I don't really know. I know that that's like not the 10 seconds it would take you to just like slide in a tampon, but that was also me figuring it out after realizing that, like I hadn't done this in like a month. So it's all about just being patient with yourself. But I can easily say that just like anything with practice, like you're going to get much, much better at it. And like, I'm hyped about this right now, if you can't tell. So yeah, well, my third thing was that it's so easy. But I'm actually gonna, just continue to expand upon that. It is so nice that I can wake up in the morning, take this thing out, dump out the blood, put it back in, rinse it, put it back in me, and literally not have to worry about it for hours. I don't have to worry about peeing, and I don't have to worry about moving a string out of the way. I don't worry about like my cleanliness or my hygiene with it at all, because I know everything is right where it needs to be, and it feels so good to not have to worry about it. Like I genuinely don't really feel like I'm on my period because I don't have this constant string tampon reminder. I'm not constantly have to worry about how much am I peeing because I'm peeing on the string or something. Like it's all good. I don't worry about it. It's so beautiful. And last but not least, number 4, like I said, like this is exciting, and it makes me so appreciative of my body that like this process is something that, people don't always, they're not always very open to hearing about it, but it's something we all have to deal with, right? So I think it's worthwhile for me to understand my body, and like I said, like you get to know your body a lot more. I am now much more comfortable with like feeling around the bottom to making sure that like the cup is fully open, but that was something that was like really weird for me like a couple days ago, or a month ago. But it is my body, and so like here I am figuring it out. And I'd say with that, like this has been, it's a new and exciting thing, and I like, not a promotion, I would really recommend looking into this. It has definitely made my life significantly easier, and I like can't really recommend it enough. I also, side note, this might just be me, but I thought that we bled like a lot on our periods, but you can actually see just like straight up like how much blood there actually is because it's not being absorbed into anything. It's like all in this little cup. And so it's really interesting to see like the true color of this substance that's coming out of you when it's not like sucked up into a tampon. And like I said, like I just think it makes you more grateful for your body and like the things that it does. And at the end of the day, like I always talk about in my videos, it's important that you appreciate all that you are and all that makes you up. And I'm all about like self-love, and loving yourself and your body. So I really think that this has brought me closer to myself, and in terms of making my life easier, it absolutely has. So I hope that this was helpful for those wanting to try or maybe trying the Organicup. I can't give you a little rundown right now of the actual cup because it is in me right now, but I will link the first video because I do talk about punch down folds there, and the punch down fold is the fold that is working best for me, and this is what it looks like. And right now, that is what seems to be working really well for me, but you'll find what works best for you. So best of luck in your endeavors, and I will see you all next week.